Okay, so I'm going to give you the mini lessons for the entire week in one video now per week. So I am changing that up a little bit. For Monday in ELA this week, we are talking about comparing and contrasting adventures that characters have in stories. So we will review the definition of compare and contrast and study some vocabulary related to um, those topics. Some words that also mean the same thing as compare and contrast. We will read a story, and after reading the story and reviewing the vocabulary words that are maybe unfamiliar, we will complete a graphic organizer on Seesaw that allows the students to see how the characters are the same. So we will put those ideas in the middle and how they are different. And those ideas will go on either side of, like, outside of, on the edge of the graphic organizer. In math, we're looking at story problems using addition and subtraction, and we'll review a word problem. And the students will complete this activity on Seesaw to answer this story problem. In in ELT and phonics, we are looking at S consonant blends as well as L consonant blends. In science, we're continuing our study of light. So we will be continuing with that. And there's an activity in Seesaw that goes with that as well. Tuesday, we are still continuing to talk about comparing and contrasting adventures and experiences of characters and stories. So today, we're going to read a story about Ellie and Addie, but how they visit the aquarium, and then compare and contrast. Addie at the aquarium, Addie at the zoo, and Ellie at the aquarium, and Ellie at the zoo. In math, we're continuing to look at word problems. So we will complete that. And we will talk about the cube strategy to help you solve word problems, which is circle the numbers, underline the question, box the keywords, evaluate and draw what you need to do to solve the problem, and of course, solve and check. In ELT on Tuesday, we're going to be looking at R consonant blends. Science, we're continuing our discussion on light. We're looking at natural and artificial light. And in this activity in Seesaw, they will sort objects into natural and artificial light. Thursday, again, still looking at compare and contrast, but on Thursday, we're looking at how Addie is compared to other characters and other stories in another story, and how they might be similar or different. In the story we're going to compare her to is Curious George at the aquarium. And then we'll do that again for Ellie. We'll compare her experiences to Curious George visiting the zoo. In math, we're looking for the students to count forward and write the numbers that are missing here. And we were also going to look over basic subtraction. And then they will have another word problem to practice in Seesaw. In writing on Thursday, the students are going to be asked to complete a writing prompt. Let me find that. And here it is. The writing prompt will be In the space below, write based on the prompt. Write about your best holiday experience and what made it so great. And the students are going to focus on punctuation and how they can add punctuation like exclamation points or question marks to um, to add expression to their stories. Friday, we are looking at, I'm sorry, and then in science, I'm sorry, in social studies, we are continuing to look at Theodore Roosevelt. Okay. And Friday, we're discussing adjectives in ELA. So we will be doing that. There's an activity in Seesaw going over adjectives. Math, we're continuing to look at addition and subtraction, but using fact families. So we will be reviewing that activity, and there's an activity on Seesaw for fact families. And then we will continue working on the writing prompt that we started on Thursday, which is the writing prompt on their best holiday experience. And then social studies, continuing to talk about historical figures such as Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, reviewing these characters or these historical figures, Lewis, Clark, and Sacagawea. And that is all we will do this week. So if you have any questions, just let me know and we'll be happy to help. Thank you.